Let's talk today about having a bad attitude as a tattoo artist. When I first started, I had a pretty terrible attitude. I thought I knew better than everybody else. I thought I knew better than the people I worked for, which is crazy considering the fact that I knew absolutely nothing as a tattoo artist. But my work was starting to look pretty good, and the ego can get pretty crazy when people are telling you you're wonderful. And I thought, man, I really am wonderful. I worked for a guy. He spent his day next door to the bar drinking all the time. When things were slow, he'd come in and harass us for more money so he could buy more drugs and alcohol. One time, he nearly fired me because I wouldn't stay late to do a tattoo. And eventually, he did fire me for having a bad attitude. And I thought, this guy's crazy. And I'm going to show these people. I'm going to open my own studio. So I did. I rented a space, I hung out a sign, and I was waiting for the business to come rolling in. The first thing I realized is the business just doesn't come rolling in. You got to go out and find it and bring it. And eventually I did. And I started to make money. But the thing is, I was just surviving. And surviving as a tattoo shop owner is no fun. Surviving as any kind of business owner is no fun. It gets depressing and debilitating. You open a business to make money. So I closed that studio, eventually opened another one, and then eventually opened my third, which is the one here in Portland. And this was the most successful. I managed to get my groove on. I managed to figure out how to make money. And you know what? The more money I started to make, the more business I started to get, the more haters I started to get. But you know what? I didn't get in business to make friends. I've been told by several people that I'm not the most popular tattoo artist in Portland amongst the other tattoo artists. And you know what? I really don't care. I don't get invited to the cool art shows. I don't get invited to the cool tattoo expos. And they certainly don't give me the free drugs at the party. But that's cool because doing drugs is a bad idea anyways. And I would discourage you from doing it. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. Opening a tattoo shop really changed my attitude. It taught me how to be a real tattoo artist. I get a lot of people coming on this social media and they belittle me, or they tell me I must have a terrible studio if people are quitting or whatever. Well, people don't quit that much, but they do get fired occasionally. I've had a couple people leave, but that's not the point. The point is this, is that you don't get into tattooing to make friends. You get into tattooing to be successful. And if you think you know what you're doing, I suggest you open your own tattoo studio. Opening my own tattoo studio taught me everything I needed to know about it, being a tattoo artist. Everything I didn't learn, I learned as a business owner, and I suggest you do the same. If you think you know what you're talking about, open your own studio, because the people that come on here and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, it's obvious you've never opened a tattoo studio of your own. You've never run a tattoo studio, because anybody that has knows that running a tattoo studio is like herding cats. It can be a great time, but when you start getting clawed in the face, whoa, it's no good. But you know what? As a business owner, I think the best thing for any entrepreneurial person is to open a tattoo shop. It'll teach you a lot. And I have a great attitude today.